Today we are going to be showing you how to properly mount a projector in your space. Usually you would have to take your projector's throw distance and your screen size, and there's just a lot of math involved to try to figure out that throw distance. We are going to show you the easy way to do it using our Build Your Own tool on Carl's Place's website, and it's super simple. You can do it right from your home. You put in your screen size, your projector model, and we will show you the proper mounting distance for that projector. So first thing we do, we can go in here and we'll set our room size. So for our height, we're about 144 inches to our grid system that we have above the space here. For the width, we're about 25. For the depth, we're about 29 feet. So we're just gonna max these out just because we have a ton of room in this space. From there, we're gonna choose our stance. We're right-handed. I am about 75 inches tall. All right, so that's our space. Next up, we're gonna do our screen system. Today we're gonna be looking at a Pro Enclosure because that's what we have here. Our Pro Enclosure is on the smaller side. It is a 4:3 aspect ratio, custom sized. It's the smallest 4:3 aspect ratio that we make. So it's 102 inches tall, 134 inches wide. Depth is 60 inches. For our screen material, we're going to stick with the white premium impact screen since that is what we have here. Accessories, for our purposes, it doesn't really matter today. We do not have any baffles. We'll just throw the pipe framing kit in there just as an example. Gun launch monitor. If you're doing an overhead launch monitor, you do want to make sure you put that on there so that if it's going to interfere with the projector placement, the tool will tell you. So we do have the IXO in here. We have it mounted at about 10 feet tall. So we will put that up at 10 feet. We do have it mounted about as close to the screen as we can, so right at 77 inches. And we are using our Unicore drop mount to go along with that. So we will select that as well. For our hitting area, it's just a hitting insert. We don't have the full mat, but just as an example, we'll throw the Carl's Place 4x9 hitting mat in there. You don't need any of the accessories, but ours is inset into the floor. So everything is level in the area where we're going. So we'll make sure to tell the tool that. And now we are going to be looking at projectors. This tool is going to do the math for you, basically. We'll look at your room height, your enclosure height, golfer height, all of that, and it is going to make recommendations based on all of those parameters for projectors that will best fit in your space. So you can see over here, we have our list of projectors, Appatronics, BenQ. We've got quite a good list going on here. In our space, we have the TK710STi projector. So we'll go ahead and select that, and you should see it pop up here. So perfect, you can see it's just kind of free floating there. So next we're gonna move on to our projector placement. So this step is where we're going to determine our projector placement. Generally speaking, we like to recommend mounting the projector within the projector's throw range, as high as you can get it. Try to get it over your hitting area, and we try to recommend mounting it with the lens centered on the screen. Doing all that's gonna help to make sure you get an image that's gonna fit your screen with the best image quality. So these are going to be the ranges where the tool is going to recommend you mount your projector. The vertical height, you can see we can adjust here up or down. We want to try to get that as tall as we can. And this height is going to be based on the drop mount that the tool recommends. So if we move on to the next step, we'll see the different mounts that we have available. In this case, since we've got high ceilings, it's going to recommend the 3 to 5 foot drop mount. So we'll select that, and you'll see that appear on the screen here. All right, so now that we have our drop mount selected, I'm going to just quickly go back to our projector placement and just make sure everything looks good. Our distance from the screen, you can see we can adjust that further away or a little bit closer. So we want our projector to end up pretty much right above our hitting area, which is centered at 119 inches. So you can see we already have that selected. And then if you want to make adjustments to your vertical, you can do that now. Again, we'll leave it as tall as possible. Your vertical height requirements, they may vary a bit depending on your space. Even though we trust this tool a lot, we always recommend testing out your projector placement on site before you do any permanent mounts or start drilling into the ceiling or anything like that, just to double check to make sure that that image is actually going to fill the screen from the distance you plan on mounting it. And there too, you can always check if your projector has zoom, make sure you're adjusting it just to try to ensure a proper fit. And that's really all it takes. You set your screen size, you set your projector, and our build your own tool will give you the range that your projector needs to be mounted to make sure that it's going to work properly with your screen. All right, so now that we've got that worked out on the build your own tool, we actually have a space here that we are working on some final steps for the setup, including positioning the projector. So we're going to take these distances that we got from the build your own tool, we're going to take it to our sim setup here and use that to position our projector. So there's several different ways you can measure the distance that your projector needs to be from your screen. In our case, our enclosure is much smaller, much shorter, I should say, than the height of our ceiling or our grid system that we have here. So the easiest way for us to do it is going to be to measure across the floor. You can also, depending on your setup, measure from the screen at the ceiling itself. You could measure from your back wall back to where your projector is going to be mounted, taking into account that 12 inches of space that we recommend between your screen and the wall. All right, so we are going to measure our distance from the screen back to where we want our projector mounted. So it was more than 119 inches. So you can see that's going to be somewhere in the range of our hitting mat here. Whoops. So you can see that will be somewhere in the range of our hitting mat here. We have this grid system on our ceiling and we have a pole going right here. So we want to make sure that this pole is going to be the correct distance from the screen. The way we're going to do that is we're going to use a plumb bob. We have a projector mount up there on the grid right now. We're going to put a plumb bob through the middle of that, and if we need to make some adjustments on the distance of that pole from the screen, we'll do so. But first, let's check where we're at right now. So we've just kind of made our own makeshift plumb bob here with some thread and a drill bit. So we're going to run it through the middle of our projector mount. See where this is going to touch the floor. So it's just past 119 inches, which is perfect because that's right about where we had it set up with the build your own tool. So that is going to be great for our projector setup. So now that we know the distance that the projector needs to be from the screen, we need to figure how far down the projector needs to be from the ceiling. We have a few different options available for our drop mount kits. We have a 6 to 9 inch, a 12 to 18 inch, a 24 to 36 inch, and the 36 to 60 inch drop mount. In this case, we are using the 36 to 60, the 3 to 5 foot drop mount, so that we can get the lens of the projector low enough so that it's below the top of our enclosure. We have our mount position here in our grid system. So we are going to take our drop bar and first install it into our mount. It just screws right into place. And make sure we get that nice and snug up in there. There we go. And then we're going to find the safety screw that we put into here to make sure that it doesn't come unscrewed. Just putting the set screw in place so that that's nice and secure. All right, perfect. All right, we've got that in place. So now we're going to thread our HDMI cable and power cables through the drop bar so that those are going to be ready to go when we have the projector set up. Perfect. So we're going to take our mounting plate, put the cables right through the middle of that, up to our drop bar, and screw that right into place. And then finally, we're going to take our projector and slide it into place on our mount. Once we get that all the way in, there's a screw right here that you want to make sure that you push that in and tighten it down, because that is going to lock your projector onto the mount and make sure it doesn't accidentally slide off. Then all we have to do is plug in our HDMI and power cables, and our projector is installed. So now that we have everything mounted, the last step is going to be filling the screen with the projected image. So the first thing I did here is just took a little bubble level, put it on here, make sure that it's pretty level. So we've got that set up. You can see that the image is not filling the screen correctly, so we have some adjustments to make here. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this knob at the back and kind of adjust this down to get the image more centered up on the screen. You can move that just a little bit, and then we can also use the zoom on the projector to get everything filled up. And then this knob will kind of rotate the projector just a bit. And it just takes a little bit of tweaking, moving things here and there until you get it set up so it's looking like you want it to. And now we are ready to golf. I could tell that was going to happen. I was standing way too close to the golf ball. And now we are ready to golf. So that was everything we had for you today on positioning your projector. Make sure you check out the Build Your Own tool at carlofet.com. We designed it to make it really simple for you to figure out what's going to work in your space and to design your own setup. But if there's any questions, please let us know in the comments below, and we will see you in the next one.